Plus 8 is 3. Yeah. Got 5.
Wait. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Math. That's
Hello,
not
Rin.
right.
Can't hear you, Ren.
Well, the whole thing's lit up, but it's not. Indeed.
Ha. I kind of want to buy the digital copies of the source books, but also I don't really have the way to right now.
They're all 20 each, too, not 20 all.
Yeah, if they were 20 all, I think I might even buy them, but
Yeah.
Alas.
Well, yeah, they still all stack up to be like $230, but
oh shit!
That's a
And
lot
of
of
course, today of all days is the day that Psionics gets added into the thing. Time to update my freaking D&D Beyond.
Ha.
I've been so good. I've been checking like twice a day, and then the one day was today that I forgot.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's no big deal. It's just like 1 or 2 clicks. Then I add in the spells that didn't exist before. It's good. Class. Edition.
yeah, Rin, we can't hear you
Nope.
if you're talking or just holding your button down and not doing anything. Where are the ghost dogs though then?
Yeah, I was about to say, if he was, then there's no way that we wouldn't have heard the dog.
Ba-boom! This is unofficial material, yes. Psionic Devotion. That. Spells. Spell sheet.
I got all my D&D work done today.
I have like my character's been set up, like the sheet on Roll20's been fine, but I also want to update D&D Beyond now that what you call works.
Psionics.
Yeah. Alright, so that's those 3. Cool. Now for the level 1 spells. Did that one? Actually, I think I did all of these except for how do you prepare the spells in D&D Beyond?
There should be a prepared section.
Yeah,
It will
prepared
be.
spells.
It will be if you go to edit character. It should be on a little tab next to your thing, or you can just click on Manage Spells under your view page. If you click
Okay, then
on the spells.
Alright, I'll go to my character sheet and just do that. For some reason I can't do it in the edit, the proper edit section.
Yeah.
Eels.
So I've got the stream open, trying to listen for Rin that way, but they're not even talking there.
Maybe his mic is like disconnected.
I don't know.
I think it's weird that he hasn't replied or like poked anybody in chat being like, "Why aren't you guys talking to me?" I'm sure there's a hilarious explanation for it at the end.
Yeah, he probably walked away or something while in the middle of all this because
Well, he's setting stuff up, so.
Hey, I have a
he's
question for you guys who've played Wizards.
Yo, what's up?
Ritual spells. Do you have to prepare them to cast them as a ritual?
No.
Nah.
it depends on the class.
That's a wizard.
For wizards, which is what he was asking, no.
That's true. Yes. No, wizards don't have to.
Perfect.
I just found out artificers do.
Yep. They're like clerics.
Mm-hmm.
I've never played it.
But they also don't. They don't have spells known. You just know the spells.
Yeah.
Which is pretty dope.
I wanted to say I've never played a cleric. That's untrue. I have played a cleric. I've played Smash Face clerics.
I don't think I've ever played a cleric. Oh, nope. I'm playing a trickery domain cleric right now. Never mind. Do that. How many spells? Oh, 5. There we go. Thank you, D&D Beyond.
I think my first one was War Domain, and then I decided to go Tempest for the hell of it.
For the lulz. Oh, cool. I can just...
Oh yeah, definitely for the lulls. It was a Loxodon.
Oxidon lull.
Hi, Rin.
Hello.
Hello.
Howdy.
Hi. On Rez, you have to say something too. Fucking
Cloaca.
Ugh. Why? You were doing so well. Get out.
I mean, I would have just gone with something too.
Snakes
Honestly,
and sharks have 2 dicks.
this
Wow.
is true. They're called hepipenis.
But sharks are fish.
Yes.
Hemipena.
Yeah, it's hemi-
Fish don't usually have those.
Yeah, but sharks do.
Sharks do. Why do you think they're like one of the top furries? Double dog.
Sharks give live birth.
It's also
Yeah.
And then the mom is like, "All right, see you later." And then that's pretty much it.
Yep.
and male seahorses give birth to their baby.
This is true.
Yes.
And anglerfish mate by biting each other and then fusing together. That's what happens. The males are tiny and they just bite into them and then they just get absorbed.
Yep, they just become a secondary sex organ. It donates the sperm.
It's hot.
You know, not everything's supposed to be like for your enjoyment.
Yes, it is. Shut up.
No.
You know what, Ark? No one asked you. You're banned from the game. Get out.
Make me.
I mean, I absolutely can. Do not tempt my power.
I mean, is this an arms race you want to start? Because then tomorrow it's Vampire and he's running it.
That's fair. You don't get to talk about vampires. Shut up. You're not even in it. You're not even in it.
We asked you.
I know.
We did ask. Anywho. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Greeting.
Greetings from beyond.
Salutation.
Yes, hey. The music bot died again.
Yep. Poor Groovy.
How you like this?
It was working earlier.
I know it was. I had perfectly good beats going, and then it stopped making fat beatsies. I'll have to track it down. It's really why it stopped. What about if we did instead?
Cypher looks like a ballpoint pen with eyes, and it's scary.
It's fine.
Is Fazbot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear Fazbot.
You can hear Fazbot?
Yeah.
Is he? He's not on the. Oh, there he is.
I
He
gotta
wasn't-
turn him up a little bit, but I
He didn't show. He didn't show up in the chat initially, so there he is.
Cypher looks a bit like that robot from Time Squad.
What?
bit.
You know what?
I mean-
We've already made this joke.
I
did this bit
intentionally
already.
made Cypher look weird noir. All right.
Mhm.
Yes, there's a lot of weird noir influence in Cypher.
I like him.
And let me tell you, I'm excited for some of the things that we talked about.
I am really. I've never played a Warforged before. This is gonna be fun.
Just remember your uncontrollable hatred of elves.
Yep.
Probably.
It's fine.
Yep.
My hand's not a gun. It's fine.
So I think we're going to do
But
something.
it could be a gun.
It could be a gun. You could thematically make it a gun.
This could be No Gun's Life, and nobody was aware.
Damn.
No, I mean I can make you a gun arm. I can do it.
Oh
I
man,
could do it.
So
don't tempt me.
I think.
Please go on, Ren.
Yeah, I think we're going to recap because it's been a while since we've played.
Hmm.
So the scene opens in the dramatic, old-timey, like news of tomorrow, theater reel of showing various events, and it's like news from Ralia, FSR on the march, prosperity and glory for the city, and then it will like start showing various footage of the city and the way the people are enjoying all of the greatness of being in a megapolis, a large, almost state-sized city. And then, let's watch this tragedy afoot. And then there's actual, like, real footage of Patches and Stitches delivering a hat box to a place, and then a scene of the familiars protesting, and then an explosion, and then the fighting that ensues around the damaged factory of all of the people. It shows the group of familiars escaping down into the sewers, and then footage that always seems to be just far enough away of Deldra helping Oswick to his feet, and then them meeting Azalee. And then the camera jumps again to a scene at the Rallian Palace, where you all had sat down for dinner to discuss what was going on. Meeting the king, his family, the delegates from the Saint Fate departing, leaving Azalee behind. Then the two, Deldra and Oswick, getting basically put on her defensive detail, and then heading off to go meet outside of the bazaar. Then the camera cuts again, where it shows that the twin possums at the Vesuvius, where they're discussing with Mr. Peanut Butter and Vix about things, where they are given essentially their promotion into the Red Cloaks, where they rest and relax and lay low for a little while before also going. And then it shows the brief clash outside of the tailor shop before the place is set afire by a tiefling. And then you all travel deeper into the park, where you all have a bit of a manic episode fighting one another before coming together, riding a Pidgegriff to the rooftop of Vesuvius, going down into Vesuvius, going back up to the rooftops where you have to fight the angels, and back down and parting. And as all of this is happening, the reel kind of keeps going through that grainy, kind of gray, or not gray, but that like brown filter that the old films have. And, and then it says, but what happens next? And there's like a question mark. And then the reel kind of cuts and rolls to a stop. And Oswick is sitting in a chair in front of a projector screen. And the chief of the ARD is standing beside him and flicks on a light. And he goes, so do I have this a little adventure of yours summed up about right? And it's a burly half-orc man, looking a bit more human than half-orc, but he's large in the chest and shoulders, very hairy in the arms, and he's got his sleeves rolled up. They're a bit scarred from probably fighting and working the beat, but he's got a thick, bushy mustache and a low-burned cigar in his mouth. I have this right, Oswick.
I didn't know about the parts I wasn't there for.
Hits him.
Yeah. I'm gonna assume that's a yes.
I can vouch for the parts I was there for.
Hits him again.
Yeah. I have it on good authority that this is 100% accurate.
Then, yes, sir.
That's the answer I was looking for. Thank you. It would seem that your protection, and he air quotes, is a bit underqualified. You have been on this detail for over a week, and not only are you consorting with terrorists, but you also proceeded to aid them instead of bringing them into justice. Is that correct?
To be fair, they did receive a pardon. I could not pursue them after that.
Nor did you pursue them beforehand.
I will refer you back to the bit in the park where I did, in fact, chase after them.
I remember you being knocked unconscious by your fellow deputy.
That was during the first incident before the park. And
you do not have reason to believe that she might have had ulterior motives.
I do not know.
Well, it is under my expert opinion that you are in need of great help, Oswick. And that's why I've gone ahead and assigned 3 more individuals to your task force. Come on in, you bums. And the door would open, allowing 3 individuals to enter. But not only that, Ashley, you've been sitting in a rather comfortable chair in the back of the room watching all of this.
I was probably playing that music.
Yeah. That has also conveniently stopped again.
That's
Jesus. It was working fine the last time we did this.
Did you consider
No, I didn't.
that it's us? It just doesn't like.
I mean, that could be right. Do not doubt.
Fastbot, will you work, please?
Oh. There's one answer.
Ruby died.
Ruby just died.
Oh shit, Fazbot just killed Groovy.
Hey.
I just put on mute. A little more contemporary, but still jazzy. But yes, he opens the door and insists that the 3 of you walk in. So who's first to enter?
I'm first to enter. And pardon me, I'm fighting off a cold. So in walks a halfling woman wearing a kind of a standard blue cloak investigator uniform, which is, basically just a blue cloak uniform, but with a longer coat. And she prefers to wear a skirt, so that's what she's doing. She also wears a vest underneath it and a cool red scarf that she likes.
Definitely no
But-
association to red cloaks.
Definitely no association with red cloaks. It's just a cool. In fact, it's no longer a red scarf. It's
Burgundy.
a burgundy scarf.
That is a technicality we will allow.
There you go.
Bing bow.
And she kind of gives the half orc a salute. And so, what did you ask me in here for exactly, sir?
Hello.
You see that there's an elf seated across the room.
Oh. Oh, no. You're not putting me with the rookie, are you?
As a matter of fact, I'm putting you with 2 rookies. Get in here, mutt.
Do I have a reputation now? Why do I have a reputation?
Aren't you supposed to be in charge of your task force?
Sir, he's not in charge of me, correct? I outrank him.
None of you are in charge of nothing.
Yay, I'm in charge.
And would walk
Oh, God.
Charles. He is a pit bull familiar. He has the ears and the tail to match. He's wearing the standard blue cloak uniform. On his hip is what looks like a longsword from Diaket.
Hello.
And inside his jacket there is a holster for a gun. Sir?
Well, that makes 2. Who's seen the tin can?
He'll be a minute. He was outside.
I will step in.
I guess that's
We'll
him.
see.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
Do your introduction, and then I'll clarify a
Gotcha.
question. So, yes, because that'll make it easy.
Yeah, he steps in, near 7 foot tall, very lithe, warforged, with no articulate mouth features, significantly more slim than the average warforged. Seems to be a very off-model build, and he steps in very straight and very direct. Looks to the half orc and says, "You wish to speak to Captain?"
Oh,
You broke up a lot.
Oh,
was-
did it not work?
It was.
You
it
wish to
was.
hold on.
speak to
It
me,
was.
Captain.
That was a
It
voice
was-
changer.
No, it was robot-y, but it was robot-y, but breaking up a little bit.
How's this one?
That's better.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just be careful to talk slow with the voice changers. I noticed that was a problem with mine too.
I will do that.
So, I see this, and then I'm like, oh shit, fuck. And it's all in Elvish, and I dive under the piano that's conveniently there. That was...
I don't think I've ever heard her swear like that before.
I don't even register. I'm just
Strange,
looking
it
at the
sounded so flowery and poetic. I didn't realize she was swearing. Do elves even swear?
They do, sir.
Fascinating.
It's
You're
very
all-
elaborate.
You've all been brought here today because the delegate from the Sena Fate, he gestures over to the cowering elf, has a bit of a problem with getting herself into quite the bit of trouble. She has been slumming around in the paws. Something that the king is not too keen on, despite his newest son's pet project. And he air quotes, because you guys have heard that there have been efforts made to help clean up the streets of the paws, something you all are thankful that you dodged duty for, because setting fire to roaming dumpster mimics is a very dangerous task.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for that shit. You can't just jump on them.
Yeah, what
You
kind of
die.
video would do that?
Exactly.
Most teams that get sent into the alleys do so with flamethrowers. It's true. That being said, I've moved Oswick off of a solo detail, not including the dwarf that decided to go back to her duties at the clerical I almost said tavern, the clerical forges. So you
Fucking racist.
three are going to be helping young Oswick in his duties in making sure that the diplomat is safe at all times. Not only safe, but acting responsibly and within accordance of the way FSR would like its delegates to be behaving.
Sir, myself, and Cypher are part of the investigation department.
It just so happens that the delegate has a special interest case that will be requiring investigation.
Yeah.
Isn't that wonderful?
I'll look down to Allie and say, "Do not worry, detective. I am equipped with extensive knowledge of our bylaw."
Yes, that worked so much better.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yay!
Yeah, that sounded perfect.
I'm just gonna rub the side of my head. It's like, okay, that's great. I guess that's gonna shoot down every other complaint I have. Okay, good.
What about you, Mutt? You got anything to say about this?
No problems with me, sir.
That's good. That's a good boy.
Please tell me he doesn't hand him a treat.
No, he
Can't.
doesn't.
I can't cringe as my character.
Yeah, I just cringed so hard.
He's a half orc. He has to enjoy what
Oh, no.
social
It's
standing
fine.
he can have.
No, it's fine. I just. All right, we're good.
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm fine. We're good.
Yeah, it's fine. He knows his lot in life, so he has to be able to lord it over somebody. He's a half orc. Yeah, that was incredibly racist. I'm sorry.
That's so bad.
It was really bad.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm just like, all right, I can't take offense to that anymore. Right, got it. Okay.
No, it's fine. He's a dog familiar. It's a compliment amongst his people. He's down. He's with it.
I think
All
you'll
right.
find it's a racial
All
slur.
It probably. Ooh. Oh, that should.
Ugh.
Hold
Let's
on.
just move on.
That's some,
Do-
hold on.
hang
That's
on.
some
Does he say,
primo.
is that
That's some
our
primo
or-
lore. That's some primo lore making right there. But no, Party Wipe Gaming does not condone racist slurs. But that is officially now a Raleian racial slur towards specifically dog familiars.
Oh,
You do not call them good boy or good girl in a condescending manner because it will piss them the fuck off. Yeah. So. Oof.
All right.
Dare I say, woof.
Oh God.
Moving on.
I felt it
He
coming.
needs to go back for his sensitivity training.
Ugh.
That's not a thing.
It's probably not a thing yet. We're in the early industrial. We're not in the progressive yet. There's no muckraking. Children still get scalped in the heavy industry machines. It's fine. Right. That being said, the delegate here
Hello.
has a special interest mission warranting your investigation.
Okay, that's just the best news that I could have heard.
You don't
all
sound
day.
very inquisitive. Don't you want to know what it is?
That's right. You'll be working under me now.
Don't, sir, please. Sir. I did not spend all of my time climbing the ranks to then take orders from an elf.
Listen, doll, that's not really up for debate. I couldn't call her Toots after Morph said that.
Probably also a racial slur to halflings.
Oof. Wow, that probably could be. Wow, we're gonna have to like figure out what words are and aren't okay.
We're gonna have to do a document later.
Oh,
We're gonna need like a racial slur lexicon for this.
Keavah, I am putting you in charge of this.
Oh, fun!
As our most woke individual.
All right, sure. Oh, I'm great at this.
Most
I'm
hashtag
here
woke.
to help as well.
I'll get you a list.
Yes, I want them broken down by.
They're gonna be real creative and real weird.
All right, I love it. Yeah. So, he gestures for Azalee to kind of fill in what she knows, which of course is just kind of what we went over last game. You don't know much, so you guys will have to be investigating from the ground up. But I will give it to you to take it away.
So, there are people disappearing. Do I know that they're disappearing outside of the walls as well?
Mm-hmm.
There are people disappearing around the city. Osbekir read his magic newspaper and was able to discover that they are that something is going to happen in 2 days now at the, and I like pause for a minute and I'm about to say the pop store, and then I just go soda store.
My hand noticeably goes away from my gun holster when she correctly says,
You're
Hey.
all right.
It was originally an invention of a gnomish, you know what, that's history. That's about all we know. And it is our duty to discover what is happening with these people and rescue them.
Cypher, please take a note.
Taking a note.
People are disappearing from a city. The Rook is reading magic letters. And there's something going to happen in 2 days at a soda store.
It's a magical newspaper. I was given it by the director.
Yes, supposedly someone was going to disappear there. I think they like me playing music there, but will not let me into the kitchen anymore. Unless I'm sorting napkins.
So, all right. I'm not going to touch that one. So Rook, you have a magic newspaper?
I present the Daily Mage, Weekly Mage.
I take it and then I flip through it, and you can tell I'm like looking for just some way to be condescending, and then I finally just say, "Oh, well, all right, Cypher. Apparently, me and you, we are completely we do not need to keep our jobs because the Fancy Pants Mage division can predict the future. So I guess we're good. We'll just, let the rookie read his newspaper until he finds out who did the crime."
Divination is a common form of magic. However,
Yes.
action is necessary.
It's true.
He is
Divination
exactly
is a
right.
common
You
form
are
of-
on.
Cypher, you're supposed to be on my side.
You're not out of a job. This is just a good place to start.
Rookie, here's rule number 1. And it's a rule that we all had to go through when we were rookies. You speak when you are spoken to.
But you were speaking
You
to him.
are okay.
You? I can't say anything to you because you're the prince's harlot. Consort. Yeah, that's a polite way of saying it.
Why does it feel like we're back to the...
Hey, I'm being helpful. Leave me alone.
You are.
Cypher has done nothing wrong.
That's true. Allie's just a little like, this is too much for the morning. Okay, so what you have so far is something is going to happen at a soda place. correct, rookie?
Yes, let's see. 2 familiars disappeared, we know. 1 half-elf and 1... Shoot, what was the other one?
You know that a half elf, 2 familiars, a dwarf, and a dwarf have gone missing.
And a dwarf have gone missing. And in 2 days, there'll be another person missing. The owner, specifically.
Yes, the couple who owns the soda shop.
The owner is the half-elf.
Sorry, gone missing.
So the owner of the soda place is already missing.
I grab the paper and check it.
Yes.
Yes.
Take notes. Are there any other connections between these individuals?
It's not restricted to the paws. Mm-hmm. Do we know, because you said this was like happening all over. Is there like any, like, as I'm just like flipping through the newspaper, is there any like connection between like how wealthy the area that these people are taken from is, whether it's in the Nepal's or not?
Make me an investigation check.
Investigation.
Yeah, your research thus far has shown you that there is no discernible pattern based on wealth for the targeted individual.
There's no discernible pattern based on wealth for the targeted individuals. And then I roll up the newspaper and I hand it over to Oswick.
Right. Yes, there was no pattern, which is why I was using the newspaper to try and figure out where the next lead.
Well, it seems to me that the next place that we should go is the soda shop.
Wonderful. They love me there.
They do not, in fact, love her there.
I could have.
They
Yes.
adore me there.
Kind of love her. Just when she pays me.
All right, I suppose we are going to go get out of your hair then, sir. Thank you for the assignment.
Yes, see that you do. And please, if there's any questions, don't bother me. And he heads out to his office.
Right, I suppose introductions are in order then. I'm Detective Allie Tealeaf. This is my associate Cypher.
I hide again.
715.
What is that thing?
It is a Warforged detective.
Hello, I am Cypher.
Just like
Glad
hiding
to
behind
meet
Oswick.
you both.
I'm staring right at her.
There's like a visible shutter. It's doing something. What's it doing?
It's looking.
Warforged aren't known for their fondness of elves.
Oswick, protect me.
Unfortunately, he's also one of your protectors, so I don't think he means you any harm.
I'm gonna study the Warforged. Doesn't mean me harm.
And what's your name, Pooch?
Officer Charles.
Huh. Officer,
Yes.
that must have been real fun going through the academy.
I've been through worse.
I'll take your word for it. All right, if everybody is ready to go, then we are going to head down to this soda shop and conduct an investigation.
Did you say Shoda store?
I did. I have a cough drop in my mouth, so if I say anything weird, it's
do not
because
sell small, attractive boys.
Sure, yeah, we're just gonna go. Look, I'm a halfling. I need someone my size.
Okay, well, PartyWipeGaming does not condone. Anywho, soda.
Yeah, let's just move on past that.
Yep. Oof. Big oof.
That was the name of a scary mage who killed people too.
I turn and I start walking out.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Just gonna follow after.
Nothing to add, Oswick? Alright.
Did you know pop was invented in Bling and Dazzle?
I was slightly aware, yes.
Yeah, we enjoy a good soda here in Raw. Soda.
It's the same thing.
Lady, we will throw hands.
How do you throw hands? They're attached
She means
to you.
fight.
Do you have transport, your majesties, lady?
Is there a pidgeotgriff outside? Is there a car outside?
I'm gonna assume that Cypher and Allie have a car.
Tell me what your car looks like, guys.
My car is a 1920s era car.
It's a
I'm gonna have to
Model
look this
T.
up. Yeah, it's like a Model T, I guess.
Because I doubt you have like a super expensive car like a Rolls Royce.
Yeah, probably some kind of affordable front seats, back seats, nothing real fancy.
I mean,
Like this. Hold on, I found a pretty good picture. I like this.
and keep in mind that, they don't have wheels and stuff, so it could be something, since we've got that kind of city noir, it could look like this.
You're like, Dad, I got that. That's what I think.
Or it could look like this.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty...
But to the ground.
Yeah.
And wide enough for people to fit in. Or enough more people to fit in.
It's a
And with no roof. Because I'd assume that the windshield is at halfling height, which means everyone else
No,
is gonna
Cypher drives.
I was going to say,
crazy?
why would the halfling drive? Yeah, she's got a perfectly good warforge.
Why did she specify her
The gnome
car?
drive.
Because she
The
owns
gnome
it,
drive
duh.
in a full.
He's a warforged. He can't own property. I own the property.
That is also true. Also,
And
also, you never investigated how the gnome drove. He probably had pedals up to his feet and a booster seat.
All right, you can have shotgun, but Cypher's driving.
I'll just sit in the
Also
back.
had an elf car.
Yeah, but that got blown up.
That's true, it did. All right, which part of the city are we going, rookie?
Tell him.
The soda shop is down in the paws.
Okay, there's only one rule, and then an additional rule for Rover when you're driving in my car.
Wasn't the rule only speak when spoken to?
I begin to pull out.
I'm just
I am now driving a car.
There's a vein in the side of my head.
Just so there's this awkward conversation can also occur during progression
while in transit.
Thank you.
Usually that's assumed.
Fair.
Okay, first rule, don't touch anything. Second rule, do not roll down the window and stick your head out it.
I was going to say Lee immediately is rolling down a window.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to worry about me for that one.
The drive to the pause is not a difficult one. It is one that takes time, given the size of the city. Traversing without the use of the monorail by roads is a bit longer. It takes most of the day to get there. But by the time you enter into this district, most of you are back in the familiar look of the rundown ghetto area of the city's mini districts. The pause looks like it is still very much downtrodden and run down. There hasn't been enough time to roll out the prince's new humanitarian efforts, but there are probably propaganda posters is probably the fullest extent of it, where there are like pictures of the prince doing like finger guns and having like a big bright smile saying, building a better tomorrow for the familiars today. Stay tuned. And that's all it says. It's just like, changes are coming. And these posters are just plastering every couple feet along, sidewalk walls and stuff. And so you drive past a couple of them, and people look like they're just generally miserable. It's probably a cold fall evening, because I think I said this in the fall. It's fall now. But it's not long before you guys reach the main thoroughfare where the soda shop is situated. It's evening time now, so it looks like the main rush of it has died down, and it's into a more calmer evening state just after dinner. There's plenty of places to park. What few cars actually go on the road, so you can pull up anywhere.
Careful your car doesn't get set on fire.
I will pull up around the side. Because I have the wherewithal not to park at the front.
Once we're parked, I roll up the window.
We've reached our destination.
Thank you, Cypher. I appreciate it. Alright, everybody. If everyone behaves, we'll get sodas before we leave.
I'm already like halfway to the building.
I get out and follow her.
Yeah.
You see,
I'm
there's
gonna shoot
something
myself.
I've been learning about her, and that's she's very excitable.
We just pulled in. There's nothing to be excited about.
That's what she said.
That's what you think, but apparently she chooses to be excited by everything.
Oh, great. Okay. I'm gonna get out and go inside.
Yep.
Cosmic will follow behind.
Okay. And so, as you guys make your way back inside, two of you recognize the bunny familiar that's working behind the counter. She is still very much by herself, trying to tend to this place as the owner is missing. And she looks and she says, "Oh, great.
Hello, Miss Melissa.
You're back. Okay. You have other officers with you. What can I do for you?"
Detectives Tea Leaf and Cypher, ma'am, we have some questions for you.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, take a seat. I'll try and help as best I can.
Thank you. And then I will take a seat.
So
I'm taking out a notebook.
Yeah, you pull up a booth seat. And she says, "Can I get you anything?"
Nope, they have to behave.
I'll have another root beer float.
Okay. And so she goes to get a root beer float ready.
Can I make it myself? Can you teach me how to make it,
No.
please? Oh.
Honestly, that's not how jobs here work.
You will need to pay for it, too.
I can
Okay.
teach you to make a float during our off time, but you can't interrupt someone's business for that.
How much is the float?
About 5 copper.
Okay. I give her a gold.
Immediately, snatches that away so nobody else sees it. Don't flash around that much money, please.
Okay.
Officer Arkwright.
Yes, Cypher.
Could you elaborate on any more details about the supposed disappearance that is going to occur?
Unfortunately, all I have is what was written in the paper. And that's always from a perspective of whatever day the newspaper actually decides to publish these stories. So I do not have a specific date or time, only when it was realized.
Do you have the identity of the missing person?
Does the paper have the identity, Ren?
Said the owner, didn't it?
The owner's already missing.
They didn't give a name.
You guys are here about my boss going missing?
That is
Uh-huh.
correct.
Oh,
Yes.
well, I can tell you what I know.
Thank you. First, what is your boss? Your boss is a half-elf, correct?
Yes.
All right, could you give me their name and man, woman?
Man. I mean, pretty enough to be a woman, but yes, definitely a man. I think that's just the elven side peeking out. You know, they tend to be very hard to tell apart when you look at them. You kind of have to be like, hey, what's the deal with that? And she, wiggles her eyebrows a bit.
Yeah.
Anyways, his name is Aramel. Last name, Nilo. And it's spelled exactly how it sounds. And if you're not sure, I can write it down.
Aramel.
Mm-hmm. Nailed it.
When did you notice that he went missing?
By about yesterday afternoon when I had to open this place by myself because it wasn't up yet and running yet. He's usually here. Kind of part of his, mixed culture. He doesn't sleep as long as the rest of us do, so he tends to work longer shifts and later hours and come in early to set up. I don't think that's normal for half-elves, really. I think they still need to sleep, but he's kind of different in that way.
Do you happen to have any identifying pictures of him in the back or anything?
And she kind of goes a little red, and she says, well, I got one. And she takes out a picture from, the pocket of her apron. And it's a very worn picture, but it's the two of them dressed in, winter outfits, and they're definitely, arms around the waist, hugging. And it looks like it's a much more intimate and familial picture than that of, a boss and coworker.
So you were close.
Yeah, for a while.
Would you mind just putting that on the table for a moment?
Mm-hmm. And she does.
Osric will slide out a little device from his pocket. It just small, little, unassuming, wooden box with some metallic pieces to it. Just place it over top of the picture, and I'm going to use one of my and tinker with it so it has a projection of the picture over one of the flat surfaces.
Mm-hmm.
then I will take the thing back. It will keep the image, and she can take her photo.
Like, wow, that's pretty neat. It's not permanent, is it?
For a bit. It's just to identify, or help identify should we find him.
Okay. Sure. Just as long as it doesn't stay on the counter.
Oh, it's not on the counter, it's on my piece of wood. My little device.
Oh, well, okay, that's fine too, I guess.
Gonna let that one slip right on by.
Yep.
So, why would anyone, in your opinion, why would anybody want to kidnap him?
I don't know, really.
Did he have any enemies? Get into a fight with anybody recently?
Well, we kind of keep our protection payments to the Flatfoots pretty regular.
Gonna
Gonna do a history.
Yeah, I'm gonna
to
make
see
a
if they
check.
Recognize the Flatfoot.
Can I make an investigation check to see if I've investigated them in the past?
Absolutely.
I will just is it cool if I just do? Oh well, never mind. I was gonna say let's do a history check, but he got 21, so I'll let him have it.
Apparently that was not even
greatest detective ever.
Didn't even know they were a thing.
Well, you've never heard of them before.
So this is like the reverse Inspector Gadget situation where Gadget is actually the competent detective and the tiny girl isn't.
Don't worry, I'm always on duty. Yeah, so the Flatfoot gang is a I think this is why you have a nat 1 too. You have probably obviously chosen to not investigate them because they are a halfling-run mafia gang that operates out of the Paws, and while it's not to call into question Allie's own, loyalties, but, halflings know not to mess with halflings, so she's probably like, nope, not touching that one.
The funniest thing is, I almost named her Allie Flatfoot.
Nice. Is it Flatfoot or Fatfoot?
It was Fatfoot, wasn't it?
Fatfoot was the halfling.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I know a I heard of a, Would I know of Otis studying music?
No, you don't know of... You never met the Fatfoots.
No, but have I heard of it when I study music because of Otis Fatfoot?
No,
okay.
Otis Fatfoot is not a bard. That is another thing that is not relevant to this.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so you're paying your protection money.
Mm-hmm.
Can we take... Does he have an office?
Yeah. If he does, I'm sure I don't actually know where that is.
Do you know where he lives? I suppose.
Mm-hmm. They operate out of a bar not too far from here, I suppose.
No, I meant your boss. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, I was like, why would she know where the mobster lives?
I'm just gonna kick in the door to the mob. I've solved it, guys. It was the mafia.
Don't you know where he lives? Tell us the truth. Okay. She's... Yeah,
Bet you tell me if I gave you a carrot.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that makes more sense.
I just thought you were talking about Fatfoot, though.
Yeah. That's fine. No, it's fine. It makes more sense. So she's like, yeah, I can give you the address, and she writes that down too. Haven't been around there in a while, but I did check during my lunch break, and there was no answer at the door. but you're the police, so you might be able to find something else that I can't.
Does he have any family that you know of?
None that live here, no.
Alright, that's fair. Do you know anything about the disappearances of the 2 familiars that have gone missing and a dwarf?
They were possums last I checked. Nothing? Okay. It was
think
I don't know him.
There was a sparrow, one with feathers, like a bird. She caws for some strange reason, and a cat. I don't think they were related in any way. Just happened to be, who the buzz of the town who went missing. The sparrow was a postal carrier, and the cat worked at the bakery.
I think we
I'm
should
taking
go check out. I think we should go check out bakery and post office in.
Well, for right now, the only lead that I'm interested in following up on is the owner of the sweet treats. So we should go check out his house.
Affirmative. Blue Cloak Protocol does state that appropriate designation afterwards should be the missing individual's home.
I visibly shudder.
I stare.
Yeah,
Also, I don't blink.
I know, that's what makes it creepy.
Yes.
Detective, I'm sure I'm saying the obvious here, but do you think the crime could be racially motivated?
If it was, I would be confused why a dwarf is involved. Pretty much everybody gets along with dwarves.
They haven't taken a human yet.
There is potential for extremism. However, I do not believe with this current information there is a functioning pattern.
You're not barking up the wrong tree, officer, but Cypher's right. We don't have enough information to judge based on what we know.
Yeah, I agree with that. So we're checking out the office / home then?
That's what I would like to do.
Miss Melissa,
Yes?
have you ever seen the sparrow caw or
Oh,
or
it's not a
cic-
sparrow caw. Sorry, that was just a nervous tick.
No, that's fine. I thought it was kind of neat.
Okay.
So, you caw when you get nervous?
No, nothing like that. It's just because it's a sparrow. They caw.
Yeah, they go caw.
So
I thought it was cute.
So during this entire questioning, I'm gonna roll an insight to see if Melissa is,
Yeah, absolutely.
on the up and up.
Lying.
I got you. You notice there's some blood caked under her fingernails. She has that crazy X look in her eye.
Oh, I mean,
No,
I figured
she
that would have been a perception check, but all right.
She seems genuine in her concern for her boss, and has been pretty compliant and helpful.
Well, we will be back if we have any more questions for you. Go about your day as normal, and I would just keep safe until we figure out what's going on.
You don't think there's a chance that they'll come back this way, do you?
I would be very careful. Would you be all right? Managing this store for a while?
Well,
Hey!
That does not seem like a necessary question.
Have you? I mean, She could come with us.
She has work, and I'm sure she'd rather be focused on that than what we're doing.
I do have to close down the store. I can't really just rush off.
Also, that would be meddling with a police affair.
Well, you could use. No, it would be. What's the word for it? Protection. You know, where?
We are currently under only one protection detail, and that is yours, Isley.
Ugh.
Okay, I'll tell you what. We'll phone it in to the headquarters to have a blue cloak come by and keep an eye on it.
Maybe have them be undercover.
A simple patrol could be arranged.
Yeah, we don't have to deal with the whole bell. So sorry I'm slow right now. I'm really sluggish, but I'm trying.
I don't think we have control
You're
over
fine.
dispatch, but we can suggest
No, we don't.
it.
Well, I'm just gonna
The
suggest
request can be made.
We have a due concern with the magic paper. Also, have you actually seen this sparrow and cat?
No, I just heard through the rumor mills that they had gone missing a couple days ago.
Okay.
I think if she had known them, she would have been a little more concerned with their disappearances as well.
Hey, DM.
No.
Yes.
Knowing what I know about the victims, the missing people, you mentioned that they were all from different locations in the city?
Yes.
Okay, so there was no repeat in a territory?
No. As a matter of fact, no.
Okay. And so
this is the only location in the pause.
Yeah.
The
And
villagers weren't
so
taken from the
future,
No, they weren't.
interesting. The future newspaper said that there was going to be another missing person from here, though.
Mhm.
So that would be the first repeat.
Yes.
Okay, and that's just to make sure I'm up to date on my time. It's 2 days from now.
I believe that was what I know. It's been a couple weeks, so yes, I do believe that was what I had said. It would be in 2 days. Another one would happen.
Awesome. Thank you.
You said the paper was dated in 2 days and that it could happen anytime between them.
The paper was dated in 4 days, and the paper came after. The paper came out after.
The paper always tells
the day
you
after it happened.
Yeah, the paper always is after it happened, and I believe we said that whatever it was would be happening in 2 days.
Yeah.
2 days.
2 days. So
Okay,
you guys know you have 2 days. 48 hours. There's a reason for it. It's a throwback to detectives. 48 hours.
Perhaps we should continue.
That is correct. We have a radio in the car to call in a patrolman. So we will do that. And since you all behaved, we'll get a soda sometime. Not right now. To the car.
I'm finishing mine.
I go to the car.
To the car.
The car.
And I radio to headquarters to ask for a patrol.
All right.
Undercover.
Keep an eye on the...
Actually,
Mhm.
oh, sorry.
Oh,
Go
I was
ahead.
going to say, give me a persuasion check to call for a wellness patrol. That is a thing. Wellness check.
Do I really need to persuade them to do it?
Yes.
If you want to talk somebody into coming down to the pause, yes, you do.
This is the slums.
Oh, I forgot it was the pause. I'm like, oh, crap.
Yeah, who are you?
That makes sense.
Hey, do you want an inspiration?
Can I intimidate them? I'm better at that.
Roll it.
We could go over their heads. I have a direct line to my department's
That would be highly
Head.
irregular, officer.
Yeah, hey, rookie, here's a free tip. You want to make friends with people? Don't go over their heads. It's basically
It's a fair
spitting in your fellow officer's eyes saying that you can't help me, so I'm going to go over you. Anyway.
Also-
I was going to say he would be likely to believe a dispatch would be needed, considering he made the magic item that allows me to know.
What's your inspiration die, Shay?
It is a d6.
D6.
17.
hell yeah.
Wow. All right.
Nice.
So, yeah, you started out and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna need a thing down to the pause, and then like as the magic of the inspiration kind of kicks in, you catch your stride and you're like, it's real important that we need to check in on this person, their potential witness, blah blah. And from where you started to where you got to, the end of the request is much more convincing, and dispatch is like, copy. We'll send Kowalski on it.
In the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, Kowalski.
Fucking
That-
Kowalski.
The fucking Kowalski.
Hey, DM.
That's an impressive name.
How far from the soda shop is this dude's place? Now that we have the address,
It would not be too far. Probably
close
within-
enough to walk.
Yeah, it would be within walking distance.
I'm going to suggest that we walk instead.
I would actually second that.
I look for trees.
Make a perception check.
There are no trees in the pause.
You don't find any trees.
There are a couple trees.
There were a couple trees. Don't find any trees.
Okay.
I suppose we can save on the gas. The mana
also
gas. The
maybe-
magic that we use to fuel our cars.
You mean for that enslaved earth elemental you have in there?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, they do. That's a matter.
We
of
call
fact.
him Chip.
We call him Gary.
I just said we call him Chip. He's not Gary.
He's like, my name's actually Gary, guys. Why do you keep calling me that?
Because you're a chip off the block.
Chip is his slave name.
It is. That's why he's in a car.
That's fair. Okay.
Anyway, we walk.
Yeah, so it is a short enough walk that it's feasible that this person makes the commute every day on foot. There's no reason for him to have a car because he lives and works in the slums of the city. But when you get to the location of the address, it is it's one of those tenant buildings where it's a very large building. It looks like it's a number of residences all jam-packed in together in a cheaply made, cost-effective building. The address is marked for like the third floor, 31C, and yeah, and so it's there. You know that it's there. Going inside, the main foyer area looks just as run down as the outside would suggest. It's got like faded linoleum floors. Some of the wallpaper is faded and peeling in corners. There is a prevalent stink of something that could be assumed as like, you know, somebody peed in a corner and it never got cleaned up. But there is a staircase that kind of wraps around the wall and ascends upward several stories right at the end of the hall there that leads up and opens out into several doors along the walkway before ascending to the next floor.
I prestidigitate the P corner as we go by.
You get the feeling that it would not be enough to ever clean that stain away.
It's uncantripable.
Oh, no.
On
The power of hobo magic is strong.
on the first level, is there a office for some sort of landlady or anything like that? Landlord?
Yeah, absolutely. It would be immediately to the right of the entrance. There would be one of those like you know it would without me trying to say what the word is, but it's one of those spaces that's kind of like carved out of a wall where there's like a little window and an open speaking spot, and where they could like, you know, sit at a desk, and if anyone's coming in, they can turn, and it's like the little reception desk for those apartments and stuff that you walk by and you're like, "Hey, Jim," you keep going. But yeah,
it's a little kiosk.
Yeah, a little windowed off kiosk where they can do their stuff and not necessarily be bothered or robbed.
It does look like there's somebody there.
Okay, let's see. What are the odds that somebody's there? Because it's probably early evening. I'm just gonna D100 because let's see. Yeah, as a matter of fact, there is, and there is a there's a cat familiar sitting with their feet propped up on the desk, leaned back a little bit in the chair. They've got black furry ears, and there's a equally black tail, and they've got like a little not the bowler cap, but what's the Bostonian hats that they wear, where it's like it's a little big in the back and then it like swoops down at the front.
Oh, I know the ones.
A tricorn?
No, not a tricorn.
Yeah, I got nothing.
It's
Like-
more
wait,
it's more
cat?
floppy.
Trilby?
No, not a trilby. It is
A pork pie?
Nope, I found it. I'm just trying to find the name. Ivy cap? Yes, Ivy cap.
Oh, okay.
What a dem.
Cool. Well, I'm going to approach that desk.
Oh, my hat.
Yeah, Morph's hat. The New Jerseyan hat, then.
God.
Because Morph was wearing it.
It's
There's nothing wrong with them. I think they're cool hats. I don't think I could pull off ever wearing one, but I like them.
It's only because I can't wear normal.
I mean, you just got a weird head. It's fine.
I do.
I didn't actually.
You had no way of knowing,
I
but
didn't actually know that, but now I feel real insecure about making fun of your weird head.
That's okay.
Okay,
It's alright, Morph, you and your weird head.
doing your weird head. Yeah.
Me
so-
and my weird head.
Anyways.
So anyway,
Anyway.
I go up to the desk.
Yeah. So you go up to the cat, and they're like reading a newspaper when you approach them, and they don't seem to notice you guys. It's kind of hard not to notice the five of you because you're the loud crew. But they're reading.
As I approach, I will pull out my badge from my jacket and say, "Greetings, Sentient. I am Detective Cypher. May I have a moment of your time?"
I suppose. They kind of like flop the newspaper down and they look at you. What can I do you for?
We are currently under investigation. There is a missing individual that is said to live here. We are seeking keys and access to their domicile. And also, I will cast friends. But my weird psionic friends that has no verbal or semantic components.
It's like, and then I will destroy their minds so they are compliant to everything I want. But yeah, that's
He is a
just a
warforged.
cantrip, it's fine!
I will say that the best thing about the psionic wizard is that it removes like the bad effect.
Yeah, he won't even hate me after. It'll be great.
That is really cool. That was a big selling point for me because like I wish Friends was better, except for the fact that like it's like and then they hate you afterwards, and it's like, well, that's no fun.
That's not what friends means.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, is there a save for it?
No. I just have advantage on charisma checks.
Sweet.
It's mostly just a just in case.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're like they look at it and they're like, well, anybody could get a badge like that, I suppose. But you said you're an officer, huh?
I am a detective.
Just make a quick persuasion for me then, because you are in fact a detective, but just kind of convincing them to.
14.
14. Ah, that's with advantage too. They're like, well, I suppose, officer, it's not too much trouble to be able to get you those keys. Yeah, here. Go ahead. And, which room are you looking for?
Tell him the room number, because you haven't told us the room number.
He did tell us the room number.
Shit, what was the room number?
I stupidly didn't write it down because I didn't think it would come up.
31C.
Yeah.
Say that. Because I'm not sure if it was a Z or a C that she just said.
See.
Z.
Z?
Z.
C. A, B, C.
Z.
C. Alright, as
C.
in cat.
Yes.
Or cantrip.
Alright.
It's a French elf. You have
Right.
to deal with it.
Look, she's not allowed to say letters. That's our alphabet. We are seeking access to domicile 31C.
Yeah, I suppose I can help you with that.
I hold up my hand.
And they go to fish out a couple spare keys, and they pull one up and they smile a bit, and they're like, "Oh, there you go, Rust Bucket."
Thank you, Cynthia. These will be returned promptly. I take these. And then I walk away.
On the off chance, when was the last time you saw the occupant? Or anyone around here might have.
They had a lot of occupants. You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
I pull out my little device, slide it forward, and just tap towards the half-elf. This gentleman here.
I'm just gonna let that one go by too.
Seriously, it's photo identification.
Nobody's
Yeah, I bet it is.
nobody's allowed to comment on my Catman either.
I would just whip out my small device and just push it towards this cat lady.
Yes. If you do not know him by sight, perhaps you are aware of his name?
Oh no, this is
Arabelle.
Arabelle. He owns the soda shop, right?
That's correct, yes.
Affirmative.
I saw him it's been about 2 days ago. He was leaving for work.
And
2
he
days
hasn't
ago.
returned since.
What was
And
the hour?
2 days
approximately?
was the time that she woke up and didn't find him there.
No,
Yeah,
that
the-
was yesterday.
She said he didn't show up. He didn't show up for work yesterday.
Oh, okay. So, okay, cool.
So
Hey, look at that.
he-
Got snatched in the night.
I saw him leaving for work that morning.
How late do you stay in your kiosk?
I work erratic hours. My room's in the back. Not really an intensive job here. I just kind of make sure people come in and go and are supposed to be here. I shoo off the possums and gun down the mimics that try and make their way in. They like to disguise themselves as hobos, you know.
That I'm
Yeah.
I'm not prepared to even begin
The word
to
hobo mimics.
construct that one.
Yeah,
So-
coincidentally,
They're doppelgangers.
If you see just like a mound of clothes slunched over in a dark alley, don't go feeding it bread. It's probably a mimic.
Okay,
They
everybody
don't
got
actually,
that?
They don't actually look like a person. They just look like the clothes and stuff hunched over so that they look like a body, but not actually a body.
Now I'm
So-
just imagining an outbreak of mimics that are just those hobo barrels with the fire inside, just snatching up the hobos and taking them in.
Oh, it's a real problem.
So I Alright, hold on. I'm gonna backtrack. No more hobo mimics. Alright, moving forward.
No more hobo mimics.
So I can have it on record that you saw him depart 2 days ago, but you did not see him come home.
That's correct. I did not see him return home.
And that is the last time you saw him.
Yes.
That would indicate that he would.
I'm going to hit her with a quick insight, and I'm going to like this a lot better when I'm level 3, and my insight checks are better because I'm an investigator.
I will join that insight.
Detective.
Sorry, what are we inciting?
Just if she's on the up and up, she's not like, yeah, totally. Weirdos.
I'm going to once again defer to the picture. That is not a she. That is a very
Sorry.
masculine-looking cat man.
Sorry.
Not every cat is a cat girl. Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Are you though?
No,
cat girls.
but I'm trying to move on.
Yeah. We all rolled like shit.
So we're just making sure that he's being truthful. That's it, really.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, Cypher, you do not understand how human emotion works. At least in this moment.
Neither does Charles.
Neither does Charles.
Charles is probably distracted trying to keep an eye out for anything that could, like keeping an eye on the door, that kind of thing.
Also, wait, this isn't human emotion. This is familiar emotion.
Fair.
Wow. What a dick.
That's correct. And I am not familiar with it.
Cypher, don't. Just...
Allie and Asley, yeah, it seems like this is on the up and up. Like, it doesn't feel like he's being deceptive, I suppose is the better way to put it, because that's what
Alright, that's all I wanted to know. I just wanted to know if I had to bust out my LA Noir interrogation skills.
Yeah, you didn't press X to doubt fast enough. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna press X to doubt, and I'm like I'm gonna like threaten him.
Yeah, instead you just go, Jason.
All right, up the stairs we go.
Jason!
Smooth talking, Cypher. Alternatively, I was just gonna have Rover put his head through the...
Wow.
I am also equipped with thieving tools.
Yes, so am I. You
I
know
could
that.
kill him. Want me to kill him?
No, Cypher.
We have very much doubled up on the thieves' tools here.
Wizards
Look, it's
get
the
thieves'
most
tools?
detective-y toolkit there was. What am I gonna do? Take a disguise kit? Listen to me.
Fair.
Hello, I am here looking to hire some thuggeries.
Greetings, fellow human.
You all head upstairs.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So it's a quick climb up 2 flights of stairs to get to the 3rd floor. The room numbers are lined, evens, odds. Or actually, no, that's not true, because staircase goes up, and there's basically like the rooms are built on the sides, and the interior of it is the opening where you guys can look down and see the main foyer from around it. You guys know how those like New York apartments and stuff look.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I do need to describe it, but I'm trying to do it correctly because I live on the West Coast where those things don't exist. But yeah, so the rooms are built along the outer facing wall. The inner facing wall is more of a balcony overhang as you guys climb up, and they're numbered in an ascending order as you go. So it's not hard to find 31C. It's towards the next set of stairs, but its door is locked, but you have a key.
I opened the door.
I'm gonna put my ear to it first, just to see if anyone's inside.
You put your ear to the door and you hear the creak sound as
Nope.
it opens. Yeah, you are the best detective the whole force has to offer.
So I get better when I actually get my archetype.
Ozzy's just in the back, hoping no one's looking, as his legs are shaking, trying to recover from the stairs.
Poor boy.
What
I
happened?
have good constitution. He has shit strength.
So I'm gonna say I totally miss whatever I try to listen in on, but I absolutely see him shaking like a leaf.
Yeah, you like turn your head and you get distracted by looking at Ozzy.
Hey, Rook, you want to sit down, get some water?
No, I'm good. Totally fine.
You sure? Cypher's really good at carrying people.
I'm
That is incorrect.
good.
Okay, you're really good at carrying me.
Affirmative. I open the door.
You can
Are you tired? Do you need to be carried? I ask Alex.
No.
No, I'm
Good.
fine.
I go inside the apartment.
Alrighty. So the apartment is dark and a bit cold because nobody's put any coals in the furnace to keep it warm. The curtains are drawn back, but you do see a modestly sized apartment for this kind of squat building. Usually, they're probably only single bedroom, if not just like studio, where everything's built in one space. This one seems to have a back bedroom and a small bathroom, and then just a living area with a kitchen built into it as well. There is not much there. It looks like there was a dinner that was left half finished. Or no, sorry, no, that's not true. It looks like there is a table where some plates and stuff were set out, like he had planned to come back to eat dinner, but there's no food or anything that had been left out. It's a pretty clean looking apartment. There are some papers sitting on a smaller table in the living area side of it, and being like a 1920s analog, there isn't like a TV, but there is like a table with like a radio and a place to read and do some general old-timey stuff. But there are some papers scattered around on this little coffee table.
I'll go check them out.
A number of them are bills, some letters to his family that you skim over, and you don't find anything that gives any clues. But give me an investigation as you're like rifling through the rest of this.
Investigation!
Team.
Detective!
Yeah. You're kind of like brushing through, the two of you are kind of working through these papers that are on this table, and then you come across a pamphlet that kind of sticks out amongst the others, and it just says, "Feeling lonely? Don't be. You are loved." On the cover.
I open it.
You open it and says, "Everyone is loved. Everyone needs acceptance. Everyone needs to find community." And then there's like another tab that you can open.
Do you have these written down? Ren, can you copy paste when you're done?
Oh, God, no, I don't have these written down.
Oh.
I will continue to read and read these out loud so everybody else can hear it.
These are straight from the brain box, friend. And so you open, it's like a threefold one, and so you open up the second flap, and it says, Find where you can be accepted within the community. Live for a better purpose. You don't need to find us. We've already found you.
Is there
That doesn't
Is
sound
there a
ominous.
name or anything?
What did you say, Keavah?
Is there like a name or an identifying thing for like the group or like a symbol? Because like clearly this is some sort of weird like cult shit.
Yeah.
There is nothing visibly printed on it that would give an identifying marker.
It's just text, no pictures or anything.
It is just text.
I'm going to carefully fold it back up, place it in my coat, where everybody can see me place it in my coat, because I'm not trying to hide it.
The Phoenix Wright evidence get chime kings in.
Yes.
I
Is
will.
there
Oh, go ahead.
is there like a bed with a nightstand or desk or anything?
There is a
Or
room
is that
in
the
the
only-
back. There is a door that would lead to a room in the back.
Okay.
I'll go with Lee.
So the two
I
of
was
you,
going to head there, but I'll let you guys do it.
the two of you head to go look into the bedroom, and you see that there is a small single bed, small like footlocker chest, a dresser, On the dresser, there is a picture of Melissa, the waitress.
Keavah, you were saying something before?
Oh, I was literally saying I was going to go to the bedroom, so I was just going to let you two do it.
Then.
But I will be ritually casting detect magic on this thing.
All right.
I'll go to now the pictures. I'll go to the picture frame and kind of like I'll just carefully take it out and look at the back of it, see if there's anything on the back.
I'll go check the footlocker.
Okay. You pop open the footlocker and you see that there are probably just like an assortment of trinkets and knickknacks. Nothing that stands out of the ordinary. It looks like it's just where he keeps his most prized souvenirs and things.
How are you gonna fit a bear and a halfling in there?
What?
Trinket and knickknack.
I got that, and I still sigh.
Hi, how are you?
I
There's no journal or anything in there.
Mm-mm.
Charles will just close the footlocker again. Not gonna take anything.
When you look over the picture frame, you look it over and you see that. Give me a perception check. Let's see if you actually see it. Okay, your keen elven eyes pick up that the left corner. Oh, hello, Bitdrop. You see that the left corner. Nice, thank you, Max. There is a crack in the bottom left corner of the picture frame itself, and like there's a chip out of it, and it looks like the frame had been dropped or damaged at some point. But the picture is still pretty good, pretty well intact, rather.
Why would the picture frame be damaged?
Might have knocked it over or something.
Any number of reasons, honestly.
But there was no struggle here or anything. Or was there? Actually, I'm going to glance, just look around and see if I notice there actually was a struggle and it wasn't, and it was tried to put back the way it was.
That does not appear to be the case. It looks like it might have been damaged a while ago, and had just been put back here.
I'll try to open the frame carefully. Just see if there's anything hidden on the inside.
Make me just a flat dexterity check. Carefully. You managed to carefully open it without... Thank you, Max. You managed to carefully open it up without causing any damage to yourself or the picture frame itself. And you look it over and you see that the picture is dated back about a year ago. So it's a fairly old-ish picture by picture standards. Doesn't look like it's recent by any means, but it looks like something he's kept around. And you do recall that Melissa had said that they are not together anymore.
And then Nothing hidden like on the inside or the back of the picture or anything.
Mm-mm.
All right. I'll slide it back into place and return it. And then I'll check the nightstand for any correspondence or clues or anything noteworthy.
Okay. You go to look. Give me an investigation, please, to rifle through his nightstand. You open up the nightstand. You see that it is basically just a closed drawer. You shift around the objects looking for anything out of place, and then you get the idea to check the roof or the ceiling side of the interior of it, and you see that there is in fact a book strapped to the top of it. And you pull it out, and that is where he keeps his journal.
I found something.
What's that?
It looks like a journal. Is it like a locked journal, or is it just like a...
Nope, it's just a journal that was hidden out of sight for some reason.
Okay. I will open it up and start flipping through it.
We're interested in the last entry, Your Highness.
I checked the last entry first.
The last entry is dated 3 days ago, and it is written in what is clearly more of a scratchy, shaky hand. It just says, "I am no longer alone."
And
I'll start
just
checking.
before that,
Yeah, I'll start like going backward.
Mm-hmm. How far back do you go? Do you go to like the next page back, or do you rifle back a couple pages?
I go to the next page back, and the one after that, and...
Okay. The entry before that is a few days prior. It talks about having strange dreams, not feeling well, waking up from nightmares, feeling like they're not in control. You flip it back a little bit more. They talk about waking up down an alley in the pause, assuming that they had been mugged. Their wallet was still on them. None of the money was missing. They wrote it off as if it was nothing. It seemed like everything was fine. They went back to about their day. You flip it back. It goes back about 2 weeks, where it's talks about how they had found this pamphlet on the street. They had, in fact, liked what they read. It was a little weird, but they had been feeling a little alone. They wrote about how they still hadn't quite gotten over the breakup, but the working relationship was going well. Maybe they'll give whatever this mysterious pamphlet is a shot. You go back a little more. It's every couple entries about that are work problems, his lack of a social life, a little bit of pining over the failed relationship. And it goes back to probably about 9 months, to where you finally notice that that definitive change in the way the journal starts up with this is where the breakup happened, and you just see like a depressive spiral from then up until the present, and basically just I'm putting on a happy face because that's what I'm gonna do, right up until it talks about finding that pamphlet that was on the table, and then how things seemed weird from there.
I explain all of that openly.
Wow.
Is it pamphlet magic?
Yeah, 10 minutes have in fact passed. And so, as they're looking through that and reading, you're sitting in the main area, doing your magic.
I assume listening and all that shit.
There's very much the AOL dial tone going as you're ritually casting.
Oh yeah, no, right. Actually, Yeah, as to represent the ritual cast for this cipher, like takes the pamphlet in between both hands and kind of like holds it up in front of his face, and you see the large, like faintly glowing eyes kind of brighten a bit, and then just slowly begin to trace down the object.
Yeah. So once you've scanned it, quotation fingers, it pings because in fact it is magical.
Ooh, what's cool?
It is divination.
This may be some sort of magical tracking. Would you like me to investigate further?
That would be ideal.
Yes.
I begin to ritually cast Identify.
Awesome. So it'll be 10 minutes, so what do the rest of you want to do during that time? And if it's nothing that you guys want to do, I can fast forward it. It's not a huge deal. I won't make you guys do things.
So we don't think that there was a struggle.
No, it doesn't look like there was a struggle in the apartment.
It's possible if other people found this pamphlet who are also feeling lonely.
That again is jumping to conclusions, though.
We have more than we had before.
We do, certainly. But if the pamphlet is all important, why would they leave it behind?
I'm going
do
to
not
do
think they
an
expected
Arcana
getting-
check to see how common it would be to trace something like this back to its creator,
I'll return the book unless...
knowing what I know about magical objects.
What were you trying to do, Morph? There was some interference early on.
Oh, I wanted to make an Arcana check to see how likely it would be to track something like this back to its source or whoever created it.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Knowing what I know about like magical objects and devices.
Yeah, go for it. Well, you think it is definitely plausible, but how, you are not sure. Anybody else want to try something?
No, I'm probably going to wait for the end of it.
Okay.
I'll return the book to its place unless someone else.
Officer, take the.
Would I
take
know
the book.
Would I know where to look to find that information, Rin? Considering my researcher background.
Hey, I've got that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, high five.
Nerd.
Tell me what researcher does.
It's just when I attempt to learn or recall a piece of lore or information, if I don't immediately already know it, I would know where to look for it or where I could find it. So, like a piece of literature or just library I could find the information in.
It is definitely, I would say that it is secreted information that simply can't be found by normal means.
It is a weird cult item.
Yeah.
Officer Rover, take the book in as evidence.
Yes, Detective. Miss Lee. And he pulled out his hand for the book.
Okay, I'll hand it over. Can I fix the picture frame?
You know what? Something tells me you should bring that picture along, Your Highness.
Can I fix the frame?
I'm going to take the frame and I'm going to look at it. How was it broken?
Something.
It was broken at the bottom left corner.
Bottom left.
Yeah, and like the glass was cracked. Or chipped.
I assume this happened during the breakup.
Certainly plausible. And then I go into like full-on Sherlock mode, and I'm like, broken on the left side. That likely means that he was holding it in his right hand. Therefore, when he dropped it, the left side dropped first. So I can assume that he's right-handed. And then like get on the ground, and I'm just kind of like looking around to see if I can find any of the missing glass pieces, because 10 minutes is a long time to wait for a ritual cast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. After
I find nothing.
you continue this streak and find nothing.
Somebody help me so I have advantage, please.
You're supposed to be the one
10 minutes should be advantage. It's just taking your time.
You're supposed to be the one who helps them.
I know.
Can I argue that since I'm pointing it out and that kind of thing, that I can help?
No.
I need a win here, Ren.
Okay. Sure. 10 minutes. The two of you work together. The Inquisitive Mind and the Bardic Magic, using the Sherlockian crime scene, Batman retrace the steps type of investigations, and you're able to determine that yes, this is in fact damage that happened during the breakup. It doesn't look like he held it or dropped it, but it looks like it might have been thrown at some point. And you find like an impact mark on a wall, and the damaged picture frame had been kept afterwards, and it looks like it wasn't a very mutually agreed breakup. It looks like something bad happened, especially when you piece it back with the journal entries. Yep. 10 minutes
All
pass.
right. Thank God.
10 minutes pass, and once again, Cypher dings as Identify goes off. And you're able to identify that, sure enough, this pamphlet is is enchanted with a tracking spell that seems to go off whenever somebody picks it up and reads what's written in it.
This could complicate our investigation. I believe there is a chance they are now aware of our presence.
How did you relay how it worked?
Yes.
Well, it seems like
someone's
it's more
coming
like
after as a robot.
Us, yes, probably, maybe, unless they detected that it was a robot, and then, no offense, buddy, and then immediately did not feel that it was. I don't know. This whole thing seems like it's a lonely, like people are preying on people who are lonely, and again, no offense, that's not really an emotion that you Warforged have.
Taking an external observation, I would technically fit the protocol. I am a singularity of my kind.
All right.
Are you actually lonely?
I do not process emotions in such a way,
He wouldn't be. He hangs out with me all the time.
but I
What
am
we-
considered alone.
What we are aware of is that by reading this, they know that someone has read this pamphlet. If they can tell it is the same pamphlet that the previous inhabitant had, then
We could
call-
they'll know
could
someone's investigating, or that someone was in the house.
At this point, we
could
can,
all read it
we can
and
safely
then-
call him a victim.
Hey,
Yes.
DM,
Yes.
would I be, after the identify spell, do I know about how long that window of like awareness works with the pamphlet once somebody's read it?
Oh, yeah. Hey, that's a good question.
Well, according to my notes, which I've been taking, he found the pamphlet 2 weeks ago.
No,
And
yeah.
he
I'm talking about the
disappeared.
spell.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll just shut up.
It's not good, buddy.
Yeah. Looking into that, you are able to actually make an Arcana check, because this way,
Okay.
you may or may not. Let the dice decide. Yeah,
13.
Cool. You've been consistently high on this too. Which,
I've been consistently at 13.
You have. I'm not sure what this is, because Rez has been like a consistent 8 too.
Yeah, it's great. I'm glad. I'm glad.
I'm just noticing a pattern here. It's a little
Cool.
weird.
Glad I wasted that just to see. I'm using that on my next investigate.
Nice.
You wasted both of those.
Both of those 22s, yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, so you are able to determine that the spell is basically a locator spell, and it seems to work almost immediately.
Would I be able to tell if this is mimicking like the features of a spell like scrying or something?
Yes, it absolutely does. It looks like it allows the creator to see who their target is, know their location, and basically eventually get to them. You don't have like a general time frame, but Lee did read aloud the journal entries, and it sounded like at some point he did have a run-in with somebody, but he woke up in an alley thinking that he had been mugged. You could probably piece that together with when he found the pamphlet and tie it into about how long it would take, if not sooner.
So the pamphlet, he found it 2 weeks ago, and then the mugging happened sometime after that.
Mm-hmm.
But we weren't given an exact date.
It would have been a few days.
Okay.
Oh no. I'm having horrible ideas of what might have happened.
I mean, clearly it's a trash hobo.
Oh, do you think pod people, Shay?
Should throw these
I'm
theories
thinking
out in character.
Okay. What? Well, I don't know if I know what the things are.
Well,
Would I know? Would I know about slots, or would I know about illithids, or things that put stuff into people that eventually kill them?
Make an Arcana check. You have read in your Sane Fate education, you've read that this sounds strangely like what they do with young children, changelings, where they'll abduct and replace and essentially body snatch small children. But it's kind of weird because this was a grown man. How would you know that? Weird. Maybe there's something else that did something of the same, because that last entry was super weird. It didn't make any sense.
There's stories we hear about fae spirits spiriting children away and replacing them with a copy. Do you think something similar might have happened?
Can any of us
The victims were
together?
children.
I
No,
can't
they
hear
weren't.
you when you talk over each other.
That seems like a large leap in logic.
None of the victims were children.
No.
I was
Might
gonna
not
ask
have
if
been
any
a
of us
fae. It
could-
could have been something, along the same lines of taking and replacing someone. Because the last journal entry is just, I have been found, I'm not alone.
Speculation as to the nature of these supposed creatures is less important than identifying the pattern. We identify the pattern, then stop the pattern.
Well, if you want to find a pattern, I recommend we go looking at the post office, and
That is what we will be doing.
yes, and
Does anyone else have anything they wish to accomplish in this location?
I would like to fix a picture frame.
That is not relevant. Do as you like.
I cast
stand up
Mending on
and
the
I start
picture
leaving.
frame. I'll cast Mending on the picture frame and then leave.
Okay. Slowly but surely, the glass stitches back together.
Remember to bring it along, Your Highness. I have a feeling it might come in handy.
Okay.
I'm also keeping this pamphlet and putting it back in my jacket.
Alrighty.
Remember to get a bag of holding, put it in a Cypher's jacket, because that I'm going to dub it the jacket, the evidence log.
I mean, I won't say no to you buying me a magic item. Go for it.
Well, I mean, on a detective salary, not likely.
It's fair.
Maybe the
I
resident
can make
artificer will
one
be-
next level.
I was gonna say it was more gonna be bumming one off a Morph.
So head down the stairs, return the keys.
Go to the car.
Yeah, how far away is the post office?
Well, how many of you are from the pause?
Yes.
In order to completely. Oh well, yeah. I guess he does live here. I was gonna say I
I'm
was just gonna
familiar.
ask. I was gonna ask the cat guy. He's like, "Where's the post office?"
Yeah, so Charles would be able to point you in the right direction. It wouldn't be on foot, you would have to drive. But hey, give me a E100, Allie.
Because my rolls
As
are
your car
so
gets stolen.
stellar.
Alright, your hubcaps were not stolen while you were gone. You make it back to your car, and it is very much intact where you left it.
I mean, let's face it. Honestly, let's be real here. This car is probably not mint.
Mm-hmm. But
They
no,
probably looked at it and like, yeah, you know what?
No,
I think we'll get something
It
better.
doesn't look like it got broken into or vandalized while you left it. So that's something.
Okay. All right. Officer Charles.
Yes, I'll give directions.
Give
was-
directions.
It was one was a postal worker and the other was
A baker.
The sparrow was a postal carrier, and the cat is a baker. There is no relation to the two.
Worked in a
according to
bakery.
my-
We don't know if they
Melissa.
are a bakery.
Well, worked at a baker.
Worked in a baker.
Look,
Post
Rook,
office or
for
baker?
all I know, that cat could have been sitting on top of a chef's head, directing him how to cook, and you wouldn't know it because they wear the hats.
There you go.
do they pull like on their hair to like puppet some?
Yes, it's happened, but that's only with rat familiars.
It's true.
I would not imagine a hat being large enough to hide. Okay, never.
Chefs really like their hats, Rookie. You should know something about that, Floppy.
This is a bakery, not a.
Well, anyway, we're going to the post office.
Yeah, you guys did say you were going to the post office.
I know, that's
Yeah.
why I enjoyed going on that tangent so much, because it's completely irrelevant.
Yeah, so you guys head to the bakery. No, post office. It's evening time. Post office is closed.
Do we have a name or any other information about the missing individual from the post office?
Not
Aside from the
from
fact that they were
Melissa.
familiar?
Nope. You only have the going description.
Melissa, according to her, she only heard about their disappearance through the grapevine, so did not know them personally. Also, I don't know about bakeries in your guys' areas, but I don't think any of them are open this late either.
Affirmative. If
Not likely.
If the facilities are closed, it may be most pertinent to return to Soda Shop and investigate the alleyway, which we read the individual was.
That's a good point.
I was also going to suggest we keep an eye out for Melissa, just in case, considering there's going to be another disappearance around there. If we're nearby, maybe we can spot.
Well, sounds like we're going back to the soda shop.
So you all don't walk, or actually you drive there. You saw that it was closed. You drive back. It's going on like 11 now, which would probably be, diner closing time if they're not open all the time. Enough time to get like the last meals for working class out, and then they can wrap up. So you do in fact see that there is like a light on, and she's closing up literally as you guys pull in, locking the door from the outside. Oh, hey, you're back. Did you
Hello.
find anything?
That information is not up to public knowledge.
Okay, why are you back then?
We're just checking in, just to make sure that you are all right.
It's only been a few hours, and some tired-looking dwarf named Kowalski came by earlier.
That
Well, I'm actually impressed that he managed to get here, so good for him, I suppose.
Do you mind telling us what happened when you broke up?
She'll look over to Cypher. Is that pertinent for this investigation?
I stand there for a second. I look to Lee, and then I look to the rabbit, and I look back to Lee, and then say, "It is not."
I'd probably rather not talk about it then.
Oh. Okay. It seemed like he missed you. That's all.
She flushes a little bit at the mention of that. I
Did
see.
you perhaps notice him acting any different in the days?
Rookie, I believe the lady just said she would rather not discuss it.
I know, but this part is actually important.
All right, well, you lean down and whisper it in my ear, and I'll let you know.
A shift in behavioral patterns is important. Detective, please answer the question.
Come to think of it, he had become a lot quieter the last couple days. It looked like he was tired. It wasn't really... Oh, go ahead.
Did he make mention of an assault?
Yeah, actually. He had said that he had gotten mugged down an alley. It was strange. He said he was going to make a deposit from the night before's tills, and he said when he woke up he had all of the money still, which is especially strange considering if he, even wasn't mugged, that nobody else took the money.
Did he say where this mugging took place?
I didn't ask, honestly.
Did he happen to mention what this mugger might have looked like? If he caught anything?
He said it was a couple of big guys, real scary looking.
One more thing. You didn't happen to find a strange pamphlet around, have you?
No.
Okay.
Do I believe her?
You can insight it. She looks more confused by the question of a strange pamphlet.
Cool. That's good. I say nothing.
Confusion is an emotion that we can deal with as an answer.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm fine with that. Thank you very much for your time.
Uh-huh.
Do you need an escort to your domicile?
No. No, I keep keep something for protection. And she pulls out like a tiny stub handgun, like a little stub revolver.
Very well. Thank you for your time, citizen.
Mm-hmm.
So she said he was on his way to deposit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that would have been at like the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, one further question for clarification, if you do not mind.
Oh yeah, of course.
Where is the location of the structure in which you deposit your earnings?
And yeah, it doesn't take long for her to give you the location of the bank. It's actually not in the pause. It's just outside in the next district over, the Amber District.
Is that near the bakery or the post office?
No, because it would be out of the pause district.
Okay,
in
cool.
the Amber District.
Fair enough.
And he walks there every time.
Oh, hold on. No, we clarified that these other spots were not happening in the pause. So the bakery would be in the Amber District.
Was the baker the in the order of disappearing peoples? Where was the baker?
Nobody inquired that until now.
I believe this guy was the last guy.
Yes.
Well, the elf was, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what order was the baker.
I'm going to ask the bunny because she at least knows about them.
Yeah, go ahead and ask.
Do you
Oh, go ahead.
do you happen to know generally how long ago and perhaps what order the other disappearances were?
Well, I believe that the baker was the one who disappeared before Aramel.
And the sparrow?
Before the dwarf.
So the sparrow was the first one to go missing.
I believe so, yeah. Not many people take notice of disappearing familiars until other people also disappear. A little strange.
Hey, DM.
Yes.
So now, knowing all of this information, with the location starting from the post office, because that's where she said the first disappearing person came from, right? And then next was the dwarf, and then was the cat, and then was her boss.
Yes.
In my computer boy brain, is there, knowing these locations, is there the path? What direction does it seem to be going? Is there a path, kind of like connecting these things as though each little missing person is kind of like a plot along a chart?
Does it form a pentagram?
Well,
there is not a path. It does not form a pentagram, but if you ran it through, like whatever the Warforged logical processor would be, like you'd have the overhead map of the city, and you'd plop down the points. You would see that they are in relatively close proximity of each other, and they do make a what's the word? There is a close perimeter that they all seem to be centralized around. It seems like it's contained within an area between these districts.
I have a question for you. And feel free to be like, you are putting way too much thought into this. What the hell is wrong with you? So...
No, Shay says that's bad. I can't be mean.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
So all of these are happening in a proximity to each other. Would it be apt to say that the first disappearance happens, and then the second disappearance happens, but it's further away. Like, do all of the disappearances kind of like move away?
No, he said it was like in like a radius.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to figure. So like,
There's no clear pattern to the attacks, but when you look at them, they seem to be across multiple districts, but all districts that are within a close proximity of each other.
okay, yeah. So what I was trying to figure out is if it's like, you know, like, oh, an attacker is like getting bolder, so he's moving away from like his safe spot, you know, something like that. So if you kind of go backwards using that logic, you can kind of like pinpoint where, like, oh, well, if you know, like you start looking around the first attack because that's where they would have been the most comfortable to do it.
It doesn't look like there's a place to zero in a location yet.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. But we do have a general outline of an area.
Yeah,
Yep, I'm fine working with that.
You know the general proximity of where you should be looking, but not a pinpointed spot by triangulating each of the areas. Because I know what you were.
Area we could like sweep.
Yeah, you have a general area that you can narrow it down on now.
Yeah, probably start asking questions, boots on the ground shit.
So
Yes, rookie.
there is something I would like to try and look into. Before knowing all this and before Melissa leaves, Oswick would turn to her one last. When was your next planned drop-off for the bank?
Oh, well, I was gonna go drop it off now. We don't keep much money. We don't keep any of the money overnight. It's dangerous.
Then we will be escorting you, I think.
Oh,
Agreed.
well, isn't that nice of you?
And I'm going to pull out the paper as we walk to see if anything changes.
I know Shay's gonna hate me, but I think this is probably a good cliffhanger point.
Oh, this is a good point.
No, it's early.
It is early.
It is early, but I like
We're only
this.
halfway through.
We're not. We're over half. It's a good clip point.
So, did anything?
I'm sorry, I'm
change?
good at setting up cliffhangers.
Yeah, it's a really good cliffhanger. I think it is. I think it is very much like you guys, Scooby Gang, gather around the newspaper to look, and it just says "to be continued," and then it goes ding 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 ding. But
Yeah, rookie, you're not really impressing me with this newspaper.
Yeah, but no, for real. I think this is a good cliffhanger point.
Okay.
I have exhausted all of my early mystery notes. You guys did an incredibly bang up investigation job. I hope it wasn't super boring.
No,
Detectives.
no. I kind of went into this like I'm fucking being a detective. I have notes.
Yeah.
I think I have more notes written for this one session than I have written for games that I've been in for like a year.
I came
should
in
just
as the
take
muscle
notes.
for the detectives.
Yeah, muscle you shall be next.
It's gonna be
week.
good.
Yeah. So
I was gonna have them like shoulder ram through the door if they came to.
Don't need to do
We
that.
have 3
'Cause we are professionals. If
Professionals have
if-
standards.
If it came to it, I mean, at this point, it would involve not getting the keys and then 3 people fucking up a lockpick check.
we are no longer hooligans.
You might be
No longer
hooligans.
hooligans. We're hooligans.
Somehow
in
the
the
hooligans had
now.
less tools to break in and
Well, we had a giant hammer and the magic was so we were
Yeah,
fine.
I really didn't need it. Yeah, the hammer was the tool. It worked out just fine.
that's why I said less tools. That's 1 tool. Now
It
we
was.
have 3.
The tool.
60%
Yeah, but
of the
it's-
time it works every time.
One tool is the same tool.
There.
It's fine.
Fine. But hey, guys, thank you for playing. Thank you again, Max, for biddies and sub bombs and just being generally awesome at life. Thank you, players, for playing a more cohesive team, even if we're just down to one person being incredibly mean instead of everybody.
Being what?
One person being incredibly mean instead of everybody.
Well, hold on. I'm perfectly nice to Cypher.
Yep, that is words. But
That
yeah,
is the
I will
thing.
rule you with an iron fist.
Yep. Just wait until he activates his kill all humanoids program.
Oh,
protocol.
wait, hold on.
New voice.
There you go.
Oh, all right.
You see, I was more expecting something else, and I'm going to be disappointed if we go the entirety of the campaign without a single exterminate.
Too easy, Morph.
Exterminate.
I am built of hoses and pipes. I do not exterminate. Thank you very much.
Also, he is a robot. Daleks are cyborgs.
Well, technically Daleks are just squishy bits inside of big robots.
Yeah, cyborgs.
Daleks are mechas.
Yeah, cyborg.
Yeah, like a cyborg.
Daleks are mechas.
No,
Yeah, but
they are
I mean-
cybernetically enhanced. They did the flesh is weak mentality, and so they upgrade themselves to not be weak anymore. They just encase themselves in the shell because they're ashamed of being goopy flesh eyeballs.
The most goofy looking, impossible to destroy asterisk mobile mech ever.
Yeah. The best one is the Christopher Eccleston doctor when they first show the Daleks, and he's just like, haha, the most invincible killing machine defeated by stairs, and then it just fucking levitates, and he's like, shit.
I
Yeah.
believe
That was
that.
great.
I believe that soldier that made fun of him got plungered
He
too.
did. That guy got plungered to death, and yep, that was good
Do we
times.
do end cards and all that?
Yeah, end cards, go.
What's the order for this game?
You asked first, go nerd.
All right, everyone. I am ArkSurvivor. You can find me on Twitter at TheSageKirby, where I post rarely. Next place you will find me is tomorrow for Vancouver by Night here on PartyWipeGames, same time. And I'm now officially part of the PartyWipeGames admin team.
Yay! Eva, you go next because you have something to actually promote.
What are we doing?
Outros.
You're promoting
Okay. Yeah, I'm Keavah. I play this game and just this game. But you can find me at Farachi Does Art on Twitter, and I make art and do a whole lot of illustrations and other web comic-y related things, usually centered around fantasy.
And you definitely made that boy.
I did. I
He
made
does really good
Cypher's
art.
and I make a significant amount of art for PartyWipe Gaming.
Yeah.
So, if you want some custom art, look me up, because I like food.
Food's good. He's gonna
Yeah.
draw a halfling eventually.
Did you see the
And I'm familiar.
Did you see the chibi Christmas artwork for Vancouver, Eva?
I did. It's really neat.
It's
I like it. It's
so
very cute.
It's super kawaii.
I'm excited for that to be done.
Shay, Morpho, Rez, any of you have outros?
I'm Rez, co-founder of PartyWipeGames. You'll find me here, always
Always
watching. End of note.
Morph?
I'm Morphane. I have a Twitter. It's at Morphane. I don't normally tweet anything. I will retweet a whole bunch of stuff, but that's neither here nor there. And I am also a founder of PartyWipeGames. I will be here next Sunday?
You're
Saturday.
a
Saturday. We play Saturday.
mockingbird.
Oh wait,
I will not be here.
we let him back in.
Oh, that's right. We're not playing Saturday because Shay has surgery.
Oh, right.
Hi, everybody. I'm Shay. I am at Jim Shay on Twitter. It's supposed to be H-M, but it made me Jim Shay, so that's what it is. I also do art. I need to get my shit together and actually get things done, but so much going on. So Blah. I am also a member of PartyWipeGaming. You can find me here about half of the week, I suppose, give or take. I will be setting up some new stuff come the new year. Really excited about that. Stay tuned. Yeah, that's me.
Woo. And of course,
And that's Rindus. He's not important.
I mean, I'm Brindis. I'm here. If you're watching this, I'm usually here because I'm the one who produces everything. Yay! Catch us tomorrow for Vancouver by Night. That's what we'll be doing. It
doesn't sound bitter at all.
No,
Blah,
no.
blah,
This
blah.
week is. I think this is our only game this week.
No, you have Vancouver tomorrow.
Well, yeah, you're right. This and Vancouver are our only games this week because there's no game Wednesday. I will not be doing Packet Loss because they're going to be at PAX. Grumble. Everybody will be at PAX but me in that group. And I'm so bitter about it.
Which PAX?
Unplugged, probably.
Yeah, it's PAX Unplugged right now. The one in Philly.
Gotcha. I'd say I haven't, because I live in Washington, so I was like, I haven't heard people being excited about PAX. Which one?
Yeah, not the one near you, not the Seattle one.
No.
Not the one near me.
Not the one near you.
I kind of wanted to go.
The one near me is the one in Texas, and I don't think anybody goes to that one.
No, I only went to the one near me because it's literally like a 2-hour drive.
Right there. It's like literally right there.
Unplugged is near me.
I was gonna say if we ever went to one, it would probably be Unplugged or the one near you, Rez. I probably would do the one near you because it would also mean getting to see Forge.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. Talk to him about it. He might be willing to do that.
Yeah. We had talked with Spoiled Chestnut about like if we all had ever done a meetup that we would play Dread because there's no way to do virtual Jenga. Properly.
Oh my god, that would be fun as hell.
Mm-hmm. And live stream that one. Do Dread. Yeah.
I'd be in for that.
Anywho.
I could do meetup if it were close enough.
Yeah, you could. Make it happen. We would have to all, like, get Ark a ticket. Because he lives on California.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He lives on California.
Might be.
I mean, that's not an incorrect statement. He is literally on California right now.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah.
Actually, I live under it. I just have really good Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I was like, he's not Australia. He's not under.
You know what? That suddenly makes a lot more sense that he doesn't understand all of these references to old stuff. He's just a mole person. He's not young.
He's lived under a rock this whole time.
I'm actually 5,000 years old. We live a long time underground.
For 10,000 years, he's free. It's time to conquer Earth.
You don't sound it, Ark, so you got that going for you.
Anywho, let's wrap this up. Good night, everybody. Thank you all the people who followed and hosted and joined, and you're all fabulous and we love you. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Night.
Bye.
Good night.